by Jay Nathaniel. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Junior taking a shot deep. Open target. Got it. Her third. From left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch him. He's going to step. He's going to go for the. It fell from the sky into air ice.
Welcome to Kyle Field, home of the Texas A&M Aggies. We bring you Week 3 CFSL action as Texas A&M and Boise face off for the third time in CFSL history. Hello and welcome everyone watching live on YouTube. I am Zach Davis. Joining me in the booth is Ryan. Ryan, nothing better than two Big 12 teams looking to get their first conference win today.
Absolutely. This is going to be a statement for both of these teams to show that they can be conference contenders, and we'll see who has enough grit to make it to the finish line with that W.
With over 100,000 fans in attendance, we're looking for a great matchup here. I'm excited for it. It's a muggy day, 101 degrees here, 30% humidity, 7 mile per hour wind. Ryan, I'm expecting a great matchup tonight.
Absolutely, as I am as well. These two teams have faced off 2 times previously before. They each hold the record at 1-1, but an interesting thing to note is that the visiting team has won both times. So we'll see if that's the case here for Boise State as they visit Texas A&M.
As we see the big tackle there by Pierce Parker. This D-line for Boise has been stout to start the season. Boise 2-0, third ranked in the nation as they start off here with the great start on first down. It'll be 2nd and 11 here. Terrell Allen's going to be under center here, giving the ball right back to the halfback. And just like the last play, going to be getting back to the line of scrimmage this time, Ryan. But not much luck there.
Absolutely. As you had said, Boise is number 3 in the nation, and they're number 3 for a reason. That front 7 is obviously going to have a lot of competition throughout this next 60 minutes of football.
Absolutely. As we see Terrell Allen going to be shotgun formation here. Looks like to be a screen, top of your screen here. Halfback's got some room to work. Going to have one man to beat, and he does. Stiff arm. Able to get the extra yardage. Andrew Grigley with the 12-yard reception.
As much as you hate to see the screen, about once every 10 times it works, and that was a beautifully called screen by Texas A&M and able to pick up the first down.
There by Grigley for sure, Ryan. 1st and 10 here, going to be surveying the field, doing the drop down pass to the outside bottom of your screen. Joe Steve with the 7-yard reception.
The Aggies have great tempo here on this opening drive. They're making sure that they're calculating what plays that they want to make, and they're picking up some short yardage here and there and keeping this Boise State defense on their toes.
Play there by Joe Steve, the 3-star freshman from Chicago, Illinois. Terrell Allen's going to be under center once again here. Going to be passing it this time, surveying the field, getting some pressure, throwing it, dime down the middle of the field, unable to connect though. That was a close one.
Credit that stop to the Boise defense. They had their assignments pretty much on lockdown right there, and he had no choice but to kind of overthrow it over the middle to nobody.
Big play here, 3rd and 3 for Terrell Allen. Let's see what they do. Screen on the last 3rd down. They're going to have some time. Going to be throwing a bomb. Bottom of your screen, one man to go. And he's able to get in the end zone. Jafari Davis Jr., Ryan, with a 56-yard touchdown reception.
An absolute beautiful throw by Allen, and even more patience as he was in the backfield with Davis. That's exactly what they needed, and kind of had that 1-2 punch going down. He tried to do that the previous play, and it didn't quite work out, so they went to the air again in even bigger fashion and came up with a 6.
Jafari Davis Jr., the junior actually from Baltimore, Maryland, facing off against Demetrius Thomas, gets the advantage there in a big-time play for Texas A&M. And you know, as you're A&M here, Ryan, you've got to love this start on offense.
That's right. There's nothing better than going up 3-0 against Boise on your opening drive. I think a lot of people have Boise picked to win, obviously, as it seems to kind of be a talent gap, but so far Texas A&M's come out swinging.
And credit to Texas A&M, Ryan. I was looking at their games. 10-point loss to Missouri and a 2-point loss to Nebraska. They've been in every game so far, so let's see if they can keep that trend going. As Boise State gets the return here, some nice yardage, some good moves there by Demetrius Thomas.
Absolutely. As you had mentioned, Texas A&M is just improving every week. You know, they were pretty close their first game, and they were only down by 2 their second game, so I'm hoping to see them get even closer, if not beat Boise this game.
And the man walking out there, Ryan Smith, 11 touchdown passes in 2 games. Just been absolutely surreal out here. Let's see what he's got, Ryan. Going to be surveying the field, finding the drop down here to the slot receiver. That's going to be Matthew McCray with the 8-yard reception.
No surprise here, is obviously their QB1 is poised in the pocket. He leads the CFSL right now with 185.3 QB rating, and we'll see if he can keep that up the rest of the game.
Over there, great stat there. Appreciate it, Ryan. We're going to see an interesting read option play. Ryan Smith with some sneaky wheels, 14-yard rush. Nice little surprise play there.
I think Texas A&M's got to bring more pressure, obviously, on Smith like that. Otherwise, he's going to be doing that all game.
Definitely something to keep an eye on as we're about the 46-yard line. Ryan Smith going to be in shotgun position here. Going to be surveying the field, trying to find something. And he does, going right back to McCray, one of his favorite receivers of the season.
McCray did a good job running a short route right there. They only picked up 4 yards, but they set him pretty much for a second and manageable as they're keeping the feet moving and keep marching down the field.
Boise, Idaho senior product McCray with 2 catches already. Smith going to be in pistol formation, giving it to the halfback, David Williamson, with the 1-yard rush.
Credit the Aggies there for the ability to get into the backfield like that and disrupt the run, so they didn't really get much.
Looked like the DN Draco Thompson for Texas A&M with the big-time tackle. Set up a 3rd and 6 here. See what Boise's got lined up. Shotgun formation here. Going to be surveying the field, trying to find something. He's got a lot of time. Throwing a bomb to the outside. 1 man to beat, and he's open. Cortez Larchin with the 47-yard touchdown, Ryan.
If you're Texas A&M, you got to be disappointed with that play, specifically with the secondary assignments right there. It kind of looked like they were extremely lost out there, 4-on-4 as you see like that, and I think that he just kind of overextended and thought the ball was going to go a lot further than it did, and Boise comes away with a quick 6.
As you mentioned, there's a reason Ryan Smith has played so well this season. Perfectly placed ball there, and a great play. I mean, shout out to Trey Jackson, the 5'11 sophomore. You're facing off a monster wide receiver core out there. Definitely a deflating play, though, Ryan.
If I'm Texas A&M, I'm not too upset. They did pretty good to hold them to 3rd and 6, and obviously Boise just got the better play call on them. Still early in the game, and they just got to keep that composure and repeat what they did on that first drive to score some more points and keep the momentum going in their favor.
Absolutely, Boise, an electric offense, scoring 40 against Michigan and 55 against Florida. They're going to see a lot of scoring tonight as we see Terrell Allen for A&M going to be play-action play here. He's got some time. He can do what he can. The big man moving out there, Ryan, getting some extra yardage there. 8-yard rush on the play.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the defensive coordinator on the sideline for Boise already threw in his headset as he probably gave him what felt like 5 minutes to throw the ball down there, and he decided to tuck it and run for a big gain.
6'8", 310. Terrell Allen putting some work, getting blitzed there, getting it off in time, but patted down. Quick play there. Nice blitz by Boise's defense.
Nice blitz by Boise defense indeed, and good coverage by Rodriguez there, number 12 for Boise State, as he was able to get a pass deflection.
Big 3rd down play here for Texas A&M. They definitely want to make a play here. Boise sending the blitz. Terrell Allen finding the open man. It's going to be intercepted, but he's not going to get it. It's going to be John Rodriguez with a 33-yard reception.
Flip the field, and Rodriguez for the Aggies make that big play. Down but not out goes QB1 for Texas A&M, as that was a beautifully timed throw and an even better route by 15 himself down there to get open, go in between some Boise defenders, and come up with a big 1st down.
Big play by TJ Weinrich, the Boise defender. It looked like it was him. He's going to get that. And he had some yardage to work there, Ryan, but unable to go that way. Terrell Allen going to be back in shotgun formation, bunch formation, top of your screen. Going to have some time to work here, feeling some pressure. A little lob pass going to be intercepted. The Boise made up for it this time. They're going to be getting the ball here. Going to be taken out of bounds almost instantly. That one hurts.
That one hurts indeed. Rodriguez had made that pass deflection earlier in the drive, and he comes up big here with that turnover when it's needed. He just kind of got the jump on that and was able to get the hops and make that interception happen, and all of a sudden it's back going the other way.
Those touch passes are always so dangerous, Ryan, as we've seen so far this season. Ryan Smith coming back out in pistol formation, throwing to the bottom of your screen. But if you're finding the open man, Ron Johnson with the 8-yard reception.
Like the quick play call here, obviously Boise has Texas A&M on their toes with that interception, and they kind of went for one of those quick out routes to pick up some easy yardage.
Big play there, Ryan Smith, 2nd and 2 here, shotgun formation. Looking like we're getting a screen pass, bottom of the screen here. He's got some room to work, getting a manageable 4-yard reception there. David Williamson, the halfback.
Perfect call to answer for that Texas A&M blitz. That screen made sure that he was wide open and can pick it up in the backfield and run forward for a 1st down to reset the chains.
The 4-star halfback, David Williamson, good on the ground and also in the passing game, as we saw there. 1st and 10, wide receiver in motion, potential option play. We're going to get exactly that, but nowhere it goes. Ryan Smith brought down for the loss.
I love the play call by Boise. It's awesome to see the man in motion to set up the option pass. If only he had been able to get the ball off, maybe they could have got some yardage, but I'm not mad at the play call.
I called this game Boise last week, Ryan, and as you said, it was a beautiful play call, and it actually worked in their game last week as Ryan Smith took that one deep. They're going to forget the run here. They're going to be going 5 wide here, spread. Ryan Smith going to be in shotgun formation here, 2nd and 13, throwing it and finding the open man, not man much yardage there. Looks like he had to come back to the ball there, Ryan.
not much yardage, and obviously you see Johnson's already got a second pass of the game for 9 yards. I don't think that was kind of, you know, either one's fault. I think the wide receiver had to make up a lot more time by coming back in order to grab that ball, and it kind of just blew up.
Ryan Smith trying to make a big player. He does, gets the completion, but not enough there. Texas A&M with a great stop. Defense looking real savvy so far.
That's exactly what you wanted if you're Texas A&M answering over Boise. Boise was able to force that interception in order to give them that drive, but Texas A&M held steadfast and were able to get the ball back.
Big time play there. Texas A&M hoping to correct their mistake on the last position. Terrell Allen threw that lofty interception. Let's see what he's got here, Ryan. They're going to be under center, single back formation, 2 tight ends on the field. Going to be 1st and 10 from the 20. Let's see what he's got here. Going to be a pass to the play. Going to be 1st and 10. Trying to find something. Another bomb play here, Ryan. Let's see what they got. One-on-one, and he catches it once again. Going to be tackled and brought down. Big time play there for the Aggies.
Boise is absolutely discombobulated right now. Texas A&M was able to hold them, which I don't think they were expecting. And the first play of their drive, they come up with a huge throw. But that's, you know, almost credit to Boise's defense in a way, because they're not putting enough pressure down there on Terrell Allen.
Surprising, Mo Hart, we played last week. Keep an eye on that one for sure. Terrell Allen going to be running the ball here, giving it to the halfback. Nice play. A nice little cutback there by Andrew Grigley.
Good little cutback by Grigley. Obviously, he picked up 4 there. If he wasn't able to read the field as well as he did, it probably would have been blown up in the backfield.
For sure here, Terrell Allen going to be shotgun formation, 2 tight ends once again. Screenplay, bottom of your screen here. He's got some room to work, 1 man to beat. He's able to do it, and he's brought down by the second. Grigley playing aggressive tonight.
The Aggies are on fire right now. They've got all the momentum going in their favor. It was part due to holding Boise from their forced interception earlier, and Allen's in full control of the field right there, making sure he uses all his weapons to try to score here.
Man in motion, the wide receiver, Jafari Davis, the man who's had 2 huge catches, not having as much luck on the ground there.
Good answer by Boise defense right here. They were able to blow that up in the backfield and kind of stop that momentum swing from getting too unmanageable as they're backed up deep.
2nd and goal here. Terrell Allen going to be I formation here. Going to be giving it back to the halfback. Nowhere to go. Grigley brought down instantly.
Boise's starting to demand respect here on the field in this drive. They were giving up too much yardage, obviously, from that throw by Allen earlier, but they are doing well here inside 5.
Big time play here. 3rd and goal. Screen play. Top of your screen here. 1 man to beat. Oh, lineman had him for a second. Stiff arm, and he's close, but not quite enough.
Grigley fell just short of the line right there. Good effort by Boise for bringing the pressure to Allen, as we had spoken about earlier. Pretty much the rest of that drive after they give up the big play, that's exactly what they needed to do.
4th and goal here. I love the aggressiveness. Terrell Allen trying to find something, and he's hit as he throws another lofty pass. It's going to be intercepted by Boise. It's going to be bounced off the receiver. Got 1 man to beat. The 20, the 30, the 40. Ryan, he's got no one. He's going all the way. Demetrius Thomas for the touchdown. Boise State on the board.
And just like that, this Boise defense proves again why they're number 3 in the nation. They gave up a huge play that first drive for Texas A&M, and then obviously pretty much had it on lock within the 5-yard line, forced that pressure on Allen, which they weren't doing that first drive, and came up big with the pick 6.
Big play there. Demetrius Thomas on 6'2", 205, the corner from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with the big time play. That is tough for Texas A&M, but again, their offense is playing well. That one's got to hurt, Ryan, for sure.
Yeah, Texas A&M, I'm definitely licking my wounds on that one right there. You guys had a phenomenal drive going, and Boise kind of just rips it all away from you, and all of a sudden it's flipped.
Big play there. Let's see what Texas A&M can do to respond here. So far, they've been doing just that. A lot of aggressive play calls, which I like personally for Texas A&M. Just unfortunately, those lob passes haven't been too kind to them, Ryan.
Speaking of 14-7, over on Twitch, LSU's taking it to Florida right now, winning 14-9 in a similar game. So head over there if you guys want to catch some more action that we've got going on in the CFSL.
Terrell Allen there with the big time handoff to Grigley. Looks like LSU's going up for the field goal, and they're going to get it. Score alert over there on Twitch. LSU goes up 17-9. I appreciate that, Ryan. Make sure you guys post up, put that on the other link, and make sure you have us as well. Terrell Allen going to be facing the 2nd and 3 here, Ryan. 2 minutes under the first. This has been a heck of a game so far. There'll be an option run. Terrell Allen, the big man, making some work, and he's bouncing off the first one, brought down by the second. Terrell Allen with the tough 9-yard rush.
Thankfully, they make fridges with wheels, as you can see down there, because he's able to move easily past that first down marker and reset the chains.
Big play there for sure. Terrell Allen going to be under center. Again, they're moving. Grigley looking really well. Tough 2-yard rusher. Absolutely blasted at the line.
Not due to lack of effort for Grigley there. I called his game last week when Texas A&M played out well, I believe, or it was before that maybe. And he's definitely one of the workhorses for this Texas A&M offense. And he never seems to give up on plays, which is what they need to try to come back from this deficit.
As we see another option run going to the halfback there. Wesley Hayes with the 6-yard rush, setting up a manageable 3rd and 2 here, Ryan. 3rd
and short is where you want to be. Texas A&M obviously showing that they're 3 for 4 on 3rd down conversions, and they should be able to pick this one up pretty easy.
Let's see what Boise's got lined up here. Terrell Allen going to be in under center, throwing the pass. Looks like he doesn't get his feet in though.
That's an absolute heartbreaker right there. It was a perfectly timed play, and it looked like Allen just couldn't get it off a second sooner. And then obviously those sideline passes are dangerous for trying to keep their feet in bound, but overall good effort.
That was a very close play indeed, Ryan, as Boise State's defense rewards them. Big time hit on the returner there.
Yeah, we might want to see if he can go to the sideline to try to catch some oxygen on that one or take a break, because he took an absolute banger of a hit down.
Big hit for sure. Boise's offense right out there on the field. Shotgun formation. Ryan Smith, play action play, throwing to the halfback out of the backfield. Big time play. Williamson with another big time catch there.
Can't go wrong when Smith has all these passing options right there. You see right there, he's 8 for 8, already got 88 yards. He's extremely poised in the pocket, and you know that veteran status that he brings to that team, you know, is showing in full might right now.
Play action pass, another catch by Matthew McRae as we end the first quarter here. At the end, it's Boise State up 14-7 over Texas A&M. Stay tuned. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. We are back here, Ryan. Heck of a game here as we go into the second quarter. Boise State, Ryan Smith, as we look at the stat, 9 of 9. Going to be a rare run play there by Williamson, but Smith just having a heck of a start here.
Absolutely. Smith has not missed a beat all game. They've obviously practiced this a lot during their practices this week, and we expect to see the same out of him in the second quarter.
Let's see what he's got here. 2nd and 5. Shotgun formation. Absolute laser down the field. Felt the pressure. Got it off in time. Reese Davis with the 8-yard catch.
Great cut by Davis to come over the middle of the field for some short yardage. Obviously, that gives them another set of fresh downs, but Smith is on fire.
Scoring alert in Florida. In Gainesville, LSU, another touchdown, going up 24-9 over Florida over there on Twitch. Make sure you guys show up and show out. Let's make sure we keep an eye on that as we see another play here, Ryan.
McRae's doing a great job running the routes that he needs to do. He's abusing the secondary assignments that Texas A&M is laying out there for their defense, and he's already having a pretty good game, averaging over 10.5 yards per catch so far.
Big time play here. Texas A&M has got to do something as they come out in dime formation. Boise State shotgun, 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen here. Let's see, God, going to be a delayed halfback run there. Nice play. Going to be James Williamson with the 10-yard rush. Slow, but able to get it done there, right?
Perfect execution. I think Texas A&M was waiting for that pass play, as Smith has been kind of defaulting to that, and they just called the right play at the right time to abuse that defense setup.
Great call there by the offensive coordinator. 1st and 10 here, Ryan Smith. He's doing all he needs to do. Halfback screen, one man to beat. Texas A&M not fooled whatsoever. Brought down instantly.
Ryan Smith did a good job of recognizing that it was going to be yet another favored screen pass. Nothing doing. He took 2 defenders, rushing him at the face, no problem. Held in there, completed the pass, and they were able to make something happen.
Down by the linebacker, Mike Jones over there for Texas A&M. Big time play, 2nd and 10 here. Ryan Smith finding the open man, wide open, touchdown, Cortez Largent.
I don't think Largent was contested as soon as he came off the line right there for that route. Absolutely beautiful play calling as always so far. Boise's pretty much done it perfectly all game, offensively and defensively, and now we see that Boise's starting to pull away here in the second.
Cortez Largent, a freshman from Everson, Washington. As you said, it looked like a little zone play there and weren't able to stop him. Open play, another touchdown for Boise. They go up 21-7 over Texas A&M.
Down but not out, right? So Texas A&M just needs to keep that composure. They're only down by 2 touchdowns. They can show that they've thrown the ball pretty well, that Boise wasn't bringing enough pressure to Terrell Allen, so they needed to kind of just do the same thing and make sure they make a little bit smarter throws to try to get into that end zone.
Yeah, and if you're Texas A&M, again, Jafari Davis, the junior, has shown he can make big plays here. He's got to be smart with the ball as Terrell Allen comes out here on the field. Man in motion, going to be given to the man in motion here. Nice play by the wide receiver, getting a respectable 3-yard rush.
That was a hard-fought 3-yard rush for Rodriguez down there, as Boise was not fooled. He was in a sea of white, and if he somehow miraculously escaped that hit, I'm sure he had about 6 more coming.
Sure, as we see 2nd and 7 here, Terrell Allen coming back here, shotgun formation, 3 receivers, bottom of the screen. Let's see what Terrell Allen has here. Going to be surveying the field, feeling some pressure from Boise, doing a quick pass down the middle of the field. Great play there by J.B. Bell.
Great play indeed by Bell. As I look over to see Chad, and it seems like you have an admirer in Chad.
Appreciate that, Emily. Much love. Thank you for that. Dalton Smith, Mike Jones, appreciate you guys being in chat here. Looks like Wildcat formation here, Ryan. Big play there. Boise's not fooled whatsoever.
Not fooled whatsoever. Grigley goes down the negative way. Obviously, that's not what you really want. Sets up for a 2nd and 12. He's not doing too much on the ground, as you just saw. He's got 7 rushes for 10 yards. A pretty bleak average right there, but they've still got plenty of time to make adjustments and try to find some holes in this Boise defense.
So Terrell Allen can do nickelback blitz there and felt it and just had to get rid of it there, Ryan. He couldn't do anything.
Perfect defensive play call by Boise to bring the pressure at the right moment to make sure that Allen had nowhere to throw, and he had to throw it away.
Big time play here. Big 3rd down for Terrell Allen. Let's see what he's got here. Going to be trying to find something, and he does, but that's the opposite defender there. The linebacker, big time play by Boise.
A bad day just gets worse. That was almost his 2nd interception on the night, but stellar defense by Boise, able to force that 3 and out, obviously pushing back even 2 more yards, and Boise has a chance here to run the score up even more.
Big time play there. That was tough for Texas A&M. Boise making some moves here. The corner rather, Demetrius Thomas with the big time pick 6 with the play there.
Good awareness by Thomas right there, and way to stay on his feet, try to get something going. Obviously, it doesn't really show that, but it wasn't due to a lack of effort down there.
Absolutely. As we see Ryan Smith, who hasn't missed a pass this quarter, throwing it, catching it, and another play there. Cortez Largent, the man with the touchdown on the last play, 6-yard reception.
Yeah, the game's been pretty much predominantly on Smith and Largent's shoulders. Obviously, that connection is something that they're very comfortable with doing. They practice that a lot in their practices during the week, and they seem to be abusing it against this Aggies defense.
Rare run play for the Boise offense. David Williamson brought down big time play there by the Texas A&M defense. That's going to be Chase Matthews, the 3-star from Philadelphia, making a big play.
Good read by the Aggies route right there. He's already got 5 tackles and 1 tackle for loss.
Let's see what we've got here. Ryan Smith, 3rd and 4. He's throwing a bomb, one-on-one, finding the open man. Does he get his feet in? But the refs say that he doesn't.
I don't think that hurts his confidence too much, as we see that obviously it's going to go to a booth review, but that was extremely, extremely close.
Let's look at the review here. It looks like, oh, that is
I think
close,
he's out.
Ryan. You think he's out?
Yep, I think his toes hit the white. Okay.
And they're going to give it to him. Boise benefiting from the call there. That was close. And just like that, Boise with the bomb. Big time play here. Boise's back out on offense. And in motion here, Ryan Smith just absolutely dialed in so far in his first half. Got a lot of time to move here, trying to find the open man. And he does. Threads the needle, finds the open man. Big time touchdown once again. Ryan Smith had all day, and he passed to Matthew McRae.
All day indeed. Texas A&M pretty much sent no pressure to him, let him sit back in the pocket and wait for his wide receivers to make some routes develop. He punished them on the sideline, and they came up with another quick touchdown.
This Boise offense, led by Ryan Smith, has just not missed a single pass on the passing play. 16 of 16, Ryan. That is impressive.
Impressive indeed, and I think Blake Grant said Jazz is out. His toe hit the white, but they gave it to him. I agree. I'm going to say that there's an asterisk next to that 16 of 16. He definitely did catch the ball. It wasn't an incomplete by any means, but Boise definitely was favored in that all reverse, and they made some points come out of it. So if you're Boise, there's nothing to complain about.
Let's see what they've got here. Terrell Allen not able to complete that there, feeling the pressure as we go back to single back formation here. Let's see what Terrell Allen can do here. 28-7 is a tough deficit, especially for this Boise offense. Man in motion, bottom of your screen here. Looks like he's going to go top of your screen. Two receivers here, halfback play. I like to see this. A little bit of balance there. Not going anywhere is Andrew Grigley.
Yeah, the yards that Grigley's is gaining, unfortunately, is going in the wrong direction. He's just under a yard average now. Good, luckily, he's not in the negative, but Texas A&M faces a tough third down as they're only hitting about 50%.
Big play here, 3rd and 13. You got to be careful here, and that's what they're going to do. Halfback draw, bowls through the first man, but absolutely blasted there. That's going to be T.J. Weinrich again, Ryan.
That was an absolute hit down there. They're not playing. Obviously, that free safety decided he wanted to try to get him some of that halfback, and I think he, bit off more than he could chew trying to take on TJ.
Boise's defense really rewarding them as they get really great field position here. As you look at the stats for McCray, 3 catches in the first quarter, 2 in the second, but able to get the touchdown in this last possession. 28-7 Boise over Texas A&M, Ryan. They've been in control all game.
Absolutely. We just, with wide receiver targets like that and all the weapons that Smith has at his disposal, man.
Yep.
English is hard sometimes.
So many weapons, man. You get no worries, man. Big time play there, Ryan Smith, 9-yard catch there. Smith 16 of 16 here, 2nd and 1. Smith got some time to work here, throwing to the outside. Once again completes it. But once again to Matthew McCray with the 4-yard catch, his 6th catch of the night.
Flirting with danger with those sideline passes, though. I know they got that call reversed earlier, but they can only throw so many more before one wide receiver gets their foot out of bounds and they get that unfavored incompletion.
Got to be careful of that for sure. Texas A&M throwing some pressure, getting it off just in time. Ryan Smith passed to David Williamson with the 5-yard catch.
Williamson's having a slow start. Obviously, he's got 17 yards, but that's complimenting Smith. 18 of 18, 8 yards short of 200 yards, and he's already got 3 touchdowns throwing. Oh, 2, sorry.
Here for Smith. Big time play there. Another completion. It's McCray and Smith night tonight as he gets his 7th catch of the half here. We have 3rd and 1 here. Ryan and Smith, shotgun formation. The receivers bottom of your screen. Smith going to be surveying the field, throwing to the opposite side of the field. Timothy Banger with the 5-yard catch.
Banger with just a short out route, obviously. He's got about a 6.5-yard average, but that puts Smith over the 200-yard mark, and we still have 3 minutes left to go in the second.
Still a lot of time for this Boise offense to score. Texas A&M hoping to get some stops here. Big time plays like that will definitely help that, Ryan.
Nothing really going for there. Obviously, that's kind of what Texas A&M needed to kind of breathe some life into their defense. They were able to muddle them up in the backfield on that screen pass and push them back for 2 yards.
Clock goes down here. We're close to under 3 minutes. Boise is up 28-7 over Texas A&M. Ryan Smith has not missed a pass tonight, 20 of 20 so far. Gonna be pistol formation this time for Ryan Smith, giving it to David Williamson, the halfback, with a nice run there, 5-yard rush, setting up a 3rd and 6.
I'm not mad at that play call. Obviously, Williamson was the one that drew the number for that play. He fought well and went straight, and it should set him up for a 3rd and manageable here.
Nice tackle there by Draco Thompson, the DN from Chicago, Illinois, making his name known there. Nice play for Texas A&M. Big time 3rd and 6 here. Ryan Smith feeling some pressure from the top of the field, almost sacked there, getting it off, but not able to complete the 3rd down. David Williamson fought for as much as he could, but couldn't complete it there.
The streak continues as obviously he's still batting perfect, 22 of 22, and Boise was able to come away with this for some points pending this field goal.
Obviously here, Ryan, if the field goal is good, Boise goes up 31-7 over Texas A&M. If you're A&M, you definitely don't like that they scored, but you stopped them in the red zone, so you got to be feeling somewhat good about that. But if it's the offense here, they've got to figure it out, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Texas A&M can do at this point. You got 2 minutes heading to the half. There's obviously going to have major, halftime adjustments. They got to figure out a way to hold this Boise State defense, accountable and kind of abuse those holes and obviously get something going on offense to score some points.
Absolutely. As we start off here, Terrell Allen not able to get anything there. Instant pressure by Boise's D-line, which you and I talked about, Ryan, not able to complete it there.
good pass to throw it away. Obviously, it comes better. It's better than going backwards.
Absolutely. As we see a 2nd and 10 here, Terrell going to find something. Same play, almost similar to the last one, but able to complete it this time. 4-yard catch there.
Nothing going there. Obviously, Meekins with his first reception, and it's just shy of 5 yards.
Be a 3rd and 6 here. Terrell Allen trying to find something here as we go under 2 minutes here. Going to be a delayed halfback draw. Boise wasn't pulled whatsoever.
Boise's hungry for that extra time to score here, as they called a timeout so that they have the 2-minute drill to basically work in their favor and try to score again before the half.
Talented outside linebacker Sage Collins, the elite outside linebacker from Tampa, Florida, with the play there. Again, Boise getting great field position here as Demetrius Thomas gets an 8-yard return. So we look at the prolific offense, total yards by quarter. Boise State, I mean, they had a tough first quarter as Texas A&M threw a lot of bombs, but this second quarter has just been all them.
Stats don't lie.
Stats do not lie for sure. Ryan Smith going to be throwing it. That's going to be his first incompletion. Oh man, that was a heck of a game.
Almost went 2 quarters, yeah. Still really, really good stat line. 22 of 23 and over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Don't you hate it?
Or is it 4 now? I can't remember. He's throwing them left, right, and center. I can't keep up.
It's tough to call as well, as this goes 22 straight. He's going to go ahead and start it off. Actually, 2 incomplete passes in a row here.
That's got to be a moral victory, I think, for A&M. They forced 2 incompletions back-to-back against such a stellar quarterback.
Absolutely. Ryan Smith faced with a 3rd down here. Shotgun formation, audibling to something that he likes. Feeling some pressure. Hit almost as he threw. Gets it off in time. Matthew McCray with the 11-yard reception.
Just when the Aggies get comfortable in there and they think they can stop him, he throws a bullet to McCray and they pick up another 1st down, and all of a sudden the clock starts running and they got to start defending even more.
There, Ryan, good point. Texas A&M throwing the pressure. Intercepted by Texas A&M defense. The corner has some room to work, and he's almost brought down. Hit again, and he's hit out of bounds finally. Texas A&M, number 4, Trey Jackson, the 3-star sophomore with the interception.
Jackson breathing some life into this Aggies team overall. I think that's exactly what they needed to head into the second quarter ending right here. It gives them a minute and a half to basically march down the field and try to score a touchdown. They can do it. They've shown that, you know, Allen's got what it takes, and they've got the play calls to exploit that secondary coverage right there. So let's see if they can do it to end the half with some points.
Starting field position of the night for the Aggies here as Boise sends a blitz, bounces off the first defender, able to get back almost to the line of scrimmage there, but still sacked for a loss.
Good pressure by Boise, but obviously, as we see, it's very hard to bring Terrell Allen, especially with one man. He usually just kind of bounces off of him like a weeble.
Feeling the pressure there, Terrell Allen getting it off in time, absolutely blasted. Is Trey Meekins the 2nd, or the 3rd rather.
I was about to say, yeah, and feeling the pressure now is Meekins, 52 for Boise, just absolutely smacked the crap out of him. That was Pate coming in with a huge late haymaker.
Big play there. Boise plays with the chip on their shoulder for sure. Pitt champions last year, for those who didn't see that. Congratulations to Clutch Terrell. Throwing a bomb to the outside, finding the open man, almost intercepted by Boise. Great defense there.
Great offensive play call. Obviously, it didn't turn out to their favor. It didn't get 7, but I'm not mad at the play call. They put it right where they needed it. He just was covered too well. And Boise State, again, just shows why they have such a stellar defense.
Goes up for the kick, and it's good. Boise up 31-10. The electric offense for the Broncos still has opportunity to score here, but they're up 3 possessions here, Ryan.
We'll see if they have what it takes. They've obviously scored faster than that. You know, they had that pick 6 earlier to kind of electrify that offense, make them go again. So we'll see if Boise wants to take the challenge and try to march down the field 80 yards in 55 seconds.
Update over on Twitch. Florida scores the ball, and they go down 1 possession. LSU still up 24-16, but Florida is marching. They're about the 42-yard line. Make sure you guys have that game up as well as Ryan Smith comes back out here. It'll be a 1st and 10. Ryan Smith got a lot of time here throwing it. Finally completes it after 2 straight incompletions there, Ryan.
Most of the time when you see QBs throw like that and they kind of throw off kilter and the wide receivers have to come back to catch the ball, they don't really end up with anything. But that was a good job by Largent and able to pick up 7.
Ryan Smith, an absolute laser down the middle of the field. Reese Davis with the 25-yard reception. This offense is going hurry up here, Ryan. Let's see what they've got. Going to be a spread offense once again. Ryan Smith looking to recover after that interception on the last possession here. 1st and 10, under 40 seconds here. Throwing it to the tight end there. Big time play. Ron Johnson with his first catch of the night.
They're doing exactly what they need to do with this tempo to keep this game up.
Absolutely here. 36 seconds here. Ryan Smith going to be trying to make a big play. And he's going to try to do it out of the shotgun here. Pressured and sacked by Texas A&M.
Good effort there, obviously, by Texas A&M, forcing Boise to kind of run the hurry up. They're running out of time, and they're trying to just prevent some points here before the half.
2nd and 17. Smith trying to pass it, trying to go out of bounds. The receiver's not able to do it. Timothy Banger fighting. We're going to be running close to running out of time here, Ryan. Getting the clock off. 7 seconds here. 6, 5. Boise staying in bounds. 4, 3, 2. And they
There's
get
a
off a
timeout,
timeout just in time. I know we were both looking at that.
Better late than never.
Absolutely, as we go up for the kick here. Boise going up, and the kick is good. As we go into halftime, it's Boise up 34-10 over Texas A&M. Ryan, what are your thoughts as we head into the studio?
Well, like we had talked about a little bit before pregame, obviously the visiting team usually comes away with the win so far in this series, and it certainly seems to be the case heading into the second half of this game. Boise just came out, pretty much played lights off football. Obviously, you know, their offense is throwing 1 interception, but Smith has been electric as always. They're playing dominant on both sides of the ball. Texas A&M hasn't really come up with an answer on either side. I think they need to make some necessary adjustments to kind of get back in this game, but if they don't and Boise just keeps doing what they're doing, I think it's going to be a very ugly second half.
As we look at the interception there by Texas A&M, which gave them a lot of chance to score there. Again, Texas A&M had the electric first half. As we look at that, you look at the score here, Ryan, it's very similar. I mean, Boise had about 100 more yards passing, but with Ryan Smith, the quarterback, you'd almost expect that. But it's a tale of 2 quarters here. Texas A&M was electric here, long passes in the first quarter, and just Boise just absolutely lit up. 22 straight completions for Ryan Smith for Boise.
Yeah, and I think that obviously Texas A&M has 2 turnovers in their favor. They got to do a better job if they get some future turnovers, especially this game, forcing those turnovers and making them into 7 points every time. Because if you don't get any points off turnovers, you know, it's going to be a long uphill battle, especially if your offense is not being able to find their rhythm.
Absolutely. So, you know, if you're Texas A&M, you're going into halftime, looking to make some adjustments here. You stop Boise from getting a touchdown there. But they're getting the ball right back here as we start the 3rd quarter here at PX1 Sports on YouTube. Boise up 34-10. Demetrius Thomas with the nice return.
Back and ready to roll. Obviously, he's energized. He's been returning kicks very well so far the first 2 quarters. I don't see that happening, you know, or changing anytime soon.
Ryan Smith in shotgun formation here. Fake run, blitzed. Absolute laser down there. Timothy Banger with the 7-yard reception.
Boise seems to be favoring these quick routes over the middle. Obviously, they're catching the secondary for the Aggies kind of in disarray. But as you see, Avery wasn't full down there. He's got his 6th tackle of the game so far.
Ryan Smith with a delayed halfback draw here. Nice play there. Given to David Williamson for the 6-yard rush. Boise really being a little more conservative, kind of changing it up, keeping things in balance so far to start this quarter.
They've done that pretty well the first and second quarter. You'll see Boise kind of throw the ball really quick once, twice, maybe even 3 times, and then they hand it off to the halfback. Halfback picks up a first down. They kind of reset the chain. So they're doing a good job by, you know, making sure that Texas A&M has to kind of change it up every play.
And exactly what happens there, Ryan. Draco Thompson, he's been fighting all night long, gets the sack there. Chase Matthews comes in there to help as well. The D-line was fighting there, and a big-time sack against Boise.
That's what Texas A&M needed. Interestingly enough, we see how well that Ryan Smith passes, but he's 2nd for most sacks currently with 15 pregame. Obviously, that's his 16th. So for such a good team like that, it's kind of a wonder that the O-line down there has been able to give up 16 sacks.
Absolutely. Ryan Smith, again, he's been sacked a lot, and he's thrown a lot here. As we are faced with a 3rd and 17, under 8 minutes here. Ryan, let's see what they've got here. Shotgun formation. The receiver's bottom of your screen. Going to be a screen, top of your screen, going to the halfback here. Williamson got some room to work, making some extra yardage here, but not quite enough there as we face a 4th and 11.
Good opening drive by Boise, but an even better defensive stand by Texas A&M. This is what they needed to kind of force Boise to kind of recheck what they were going to do. Obviously, the adjustments seem to be working so far in the Aggies' favor, and we'll see if the offense has, dialed up some new plays or made some different adjustments to do better than they did the first half.
The defense definitely rewarded them, Ryan. As you said, let's see what Terrell Allen can do out there. Jafari Davis has been absolutely quiet since those first 2 catches. Let's see if they can get him more involved, as Terrell Allen's going to be in shotgun formation bunch, top of your screen here, throwing it to the bottom of your screen. Big time pitch and catch there. It's going to be Joe Steve for the 7-yard reception.
Steve ran a good route right there. That was the 2nd reception. He's averaging 7 yards, which is pretty good. Sets him up for a 2nd and short. Texas A&M is controlling the tempo so far.
And in motion, top of your screen here, Terrell Allen going to be facing another shotgun pass here. Got a lot of time. Laser absolutely blasted once again. It's going to be incomplete, though.
Good effort. Obviously, Allen threw an absolute bullet over the middle, but when you take hits like that from these big defenders, it's pretty hard to hold on to the football.
Sage Collins once again with the big-time hit there. No fumbles yet for Texas A&M, as Texas A&M actually runs it there. Grigley with the big-time 3rd down run there, Ryan.
Good job by Grigley, able to kind of shoot the gap there right in between the O-line and make sure that they were able to reset the chains, give this offense a little bit more breathing room.
Shotgun formation here, fakes at the bottom of your screen. Going to throw it to the middle there. Big-time catch. Trey Meekins the 3rd. 7-yard reception.
Meekins doing a good job making sure he gets open right there. Obviously, Allen's kind of trying to battle back. He's roughly completing about half his passes, but he seems pretty poised and collected this drive.
2nd and 3 here. Boise sends the rush. They're going back to Meekins. Had to go back to get the ball. Not able to get the 1st down on that play.
We've seen the same kind of results, obviously, when Ryan Smith for Boise is doing that as well. It just seems to be that the quarterbacks are kind of jumping the gun a little bit, but the wide receivers are trying to make something happen out of nothing.
Throwing a screen, top of your screen, not able to get it off. He's absolutely blasted there. Pierce Parker with his 1st sack of the night.
Parker coming in weighs 6'5", 300 pounds, obviously that freshman elite, and he's bringing that pressure to Allen. I don't think he even saw it, as you saw there on the replay. He was looking right and absolutely got hit by a train.
Yeah, big time play there. Well, interesting play call. Those screens are, they work or they don't. It's a 50-50. Unfortunately for Texas A&M, they didn't, as they kick it back here to Boise State. Boise going to get some decent field position here as Demetrius Thomas gets the 9-yard return.
I think one thing that we didn't really talk about during the halftime as well is that usually when Texas A&M is forced to punt, they give Boise excellent field position, or kind of give them almost double what they should if they were doing, end zone touchbacks. Whereas, well, the couple times Boise has had to punt, they don't really leave Texas A&M with nothing, and they kind of have to march 80+ yards down the field. So.
It's a good point there, Ryan. I didn't think about that, but that's definitely a good point, as we see it evidently here as a nice completion by Ryan Smith to the wide receiver. Let's see what they can do here to capitalize off that, Ryan. 2nd and 2 here, pistol formation, throwing the bottom of the screen, completes the pass there. Timothy Banger keeping his feet in bounds with a 4-yard catch.
It's very difficult for this Aggie defense to pretty much hone in on who Smith is going to throw it to when you have so many weapons on offense. Like we've been saying, this wide receiver core is absolutely stacked, and basically when you double or even triple team a wide receiver, another one kind of comes open, and Smith is just making it a field day down there.
Williamson, talk about a field day. He's working, he's trying to get some extra yardage, and he does, but flag on the play here, Ryan.
Personal foul, clipping.
Never fails.
A good old clipping call there by Boise State. That one's tough there. Sean Sutton on those screens, man. You got those big old boys trying to work, and it's always tough seeing that.
Interesting. I think we had a visiting Florida coach come to the sideline for some reason.
Definitely interesting for sure there. Let's see what Ryan Smith can do to recover here. 1st and 13. Going to the top of your screen, completes it, gives him some room to work, but he goes out of bounds. Matthew McRae with the 4-yard catch.
McRae's coming up on the century mark there. Obviously, Smith is doing everything he needs to do. He's got 3 touchdowns, looking to add more for that for this second half of this game, but Boise's marching down the field as intended.
2nd and 9. Texas A&M throws the sack and the blitz at him to try to get the sack. Unable to do it there. Ron Johnson, the safety blanket tight end, who's an absolute stud, gets the 2-yard catch there.
Texas A&M secondary is doing a better job coming out after halftime adjustments to make sure that they have their reads better, and they're obviously sticking to their assignments better. For most of these passes aren't really going for huge gains.
Big time third down here for Ryan Smith. Let's see what he's got dialed up. Under 4 minutes and 30 seconds. 3rd and 7. Delayed halfback run here by Williamson, and is blasted there by the defense. Again, Texas A&M with a big-time stop here, Ryan.
I don't like that play call. You guys obviously know you're more comfortable and poised. You can catch off that Texas A&M defense by throwing, quick slant routes over the middle of the field, and they chose to run it, and Texas A&M just absolutely blew it up.
Blew it up from Brandon Root, the sophomore from Williamston, West Virginia. As we look at the stats for Matthew McCray, 8 catches and a touchdown reception. He's just absolutely dynamic. He's already got 1 so far, but not really seeing too much of him so far, Ryan.
Yeah, we'll look to see if he adds some more stats to his repertoire right here. He's got to get something going.
It'll be a deep bomb to the outside once again. Jafari Davis with a big-time catch. These two have just been perfect. 3 receptions, 158 yards, Ryan.
When in doubt, throw it to Jafari Davis, right? That Allen power, obviously with the awareness that Jafari brings, is pretty much unmatched. That's the only thing that they've been able to do right against Boise so far, and I think they need to continue to abuse that if they want any hopes to come back into this game.
Absolutely. As you see him throwing it, just getting rid of it. Boise sent the house there, and he got rid of it just in time. I like that. Be safe with the ball for sure.
My quick public math after seeing that Allen's thrown for 260 yards, I would say that's probably about 2/3 of it belongs to that Jafari connection.
Which is props to him, but you definitely got to get the other guys going, don't you think, Ryan?
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Currently, that connection to Davis is not really broken. He's been able to kind of prove that he's got the mismatch up there on those routes and everything that he's doing. But yeah, you're right. I think the one thing that they're lacking is the other wide receivers, being able to get open for Allen to make something going.
The other wide receivers making a play here. John Rodriguez with a 7-yard catch, 2nd catch of the night here. Hopefully that's a trendsetter, Ryan, as we face with a 2nd and 3 under 3 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock here. Going to be a big-time player for Terrell Allen. They're going to be at like the 22-yard line. Let's see what he's got here. Throwing a blast. Laser down the middle of the field. Going to Trey Meekins the 3rd. Nice catch and nice run there.
Good answer by Trey Allen to kind of throw, spread the love, as we were saying. He was kind of just giving it to Davis over and over and over, but he was able to obviously hit a couple other receivers, and I think Boise had to kind of take note and back off a little bit.
Allen finding the open man here. Big time play by Joe Steve. 4-yard reception. Got it off just in time.
Yeah, his wheels were burning on that one. That guy came through pretty much to the end zone, and if he just had enough momentum to kind of stop himself and cut upfield, he probably could have got a first down.
And an update to everybody. Clear skies, light breeze, 100 degrees out here. So these guys are fighting in some tough weather as we see a tough fight there. Joe Steve. Looked like 3 Boise defenders there, Ryan.
When in doubt, Steve it out for this route. Obviously, they're fighting for some hard yardage right there. Should be a 3rd and manageable, but we know how tough this Boise State defense can be.
As Boise is going to be facing the 3rd and 1 here. Can they get a stop? They're going to run it here, and it's actually going to work. Andrew Grigley with the big-time rush. Boise's D-line's been stout all night, but they're beat on this play.
Aggie's 12th man for this game. Grigley comes through, obviously, and make sure he's making his presence known down there. Perfectly run play, obviously. Good job by the offensive coordinator for Texas A&M to call that, as they are going for 2.
Going for 2 here to make this a 2-possession game if they get here. Let's see what they've got dialed up. Throwing down the middle of the field, incomplete, unable to finish that play.
I'm not sure I would have went for 2 there. I think I would have just took the field goal with the way we kind of worked that drive.
Absolutely, it's Texas A&M. Their offense is looking good so far. Let's see what Boise State can do to respond here as Tyler Wheeler gets the 26-yard return.
I think this is a big momentum drive for Boise, trying to answer back. Obviously, Texas A&M just scored, but this is an even better morale drive for the Aggies. If they can hold Boise again and try to force some more points, this could be the beginning of that comeback everybody wants.
Update over on Twitch. LSU's up 27-16 here with 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Definitely tune in over there, guys, as we see McCray again with the 17-yard catch. 10th catch of the night.
McCray's been doing a lot of sprints, we see, and running routes to that perfection, as he kind of just beat the corner on that, got to the sideline, and then just turned it up and was able to make something happen.
Those screen plays are always something you just kind of twitch a little bit as you see them go. Called a game last week, Ryan, where there was 3 screens that were intercepted, so definitely props to McCray for running that correctly. Smith going to be a run option play here, able to make the right decision here and fights for a 9-yard rush.
good effort by Smith. It's nice to see him rush down on the ground. Obviously, his stats don't really show it as he's averaging 1.8 per game, or sorry, 1.8 per carry, but that was just good physical football down there.
Ryan Smith faced with the 2nd and 1 here. They're going to be passing it. Texas A&M trying to blitz him, not able to get it here. McCray got some room to work, and he makes it there, Ryan. Look at the play.
Just as I'm sitting here and saying, hey, great job, Aggies. You guys are doing a good job trying to hold this Boise offense and defense, you know, to what they need to do. They just kind of miss a couple tackles and don't do very well with the coverage right there and give up big to Boise.
I mean, as you and I were talking about, this Boise offense, they have 4 elite receivers here, Ryan. It's kind of just holding them as much as you can here. Ryan Smith bubble screen to the outside, finding the open man. The tight end this time, Ron Johnson, the 5-star sophomore from Marion, Ohio.
Yep, and he's kind of slowly creeping up there. He's just shy of 40 yards, but Smith right there, you see 37 of 40 with 355 passing yards. He's having himself, you know, a damn near perfect night.
Yeah, so you see a man in motion, tight end, bottom of your screen. Going to be a 2nd and 1. Smith throwing once again, feeling some pressure here, throwing it out of bounds. I like the play call here.
I like the play call. Obviously, you know, Texas A&M wasn't fooled. They had made sure that all those elite wide receivers are covered, and they answered well, and this is a huge 3rd down for Texas A&M.
Indian pistol formation this time. Texas A&M coming out in the nickel. Let's see what they do here. Read option play. I like the play call. He's got some room to work. He's fighting. He's stiff arming. He's eventually brought down. I thought he was going to get in there, Ryan.
He was almost there. Obviously, that was a great effort by Smith down there, using his legs to kind of, you know, jive and dive down there. Obviously, it would have been, you know, great for him to get that extra yardage, but just shows that Texas A&M defense isn't ready to give up yet.
No, they are not. It's Ryan Smith going to be under center, giving the ball there to James Williamson with the 1-yard touchdown run with the extra point. Boise goes up 41-16 over Texas A&M.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it almost kind of seemed like he walked into the end zone there and touched.
That's what it looked like, and it looked like another Williamson, maybe related siblings there at Boise State. Definitely interesting play there, Ryan.
We'll see if they've got what it takes to kind of come back. Obviously, facing a deficit as large as this can be pretty demoralizing, but Texas A&M needs to keep it together and do what they need to do to kind of dial it up here, and it's almost, you know, turning into now and never.
Absolutely, and again, a credit to them. The Texas A&M's offense has looked pretty good so far this 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can keep that going, though. I see Terrell Allen going to be trotting out there, going to be under center this time. Let's see if he can get something going. 1st and 10 here. Instantly felt pressure. Mo Hart able to complete it, but not able to come down with it.
Can't really be mad at the effort right there. Obviously, Meekins tried his best, kind of, you know, extended his body and went to dive for that catch, but just couldn't come up with it.
Pressure there, had to get rid of it. 2nd and 10 here, feeling the pressure once again, just gets rid of it under center. I don't think Ryan is going to work against this Boise State D-line.
Even though Allen's thrown for about half his passes, he's also creeping up just under 300 yards, and I think the only real difference is there he doesn't have quite as many touchdowns as Ryan Smith does.
See a 3rd down play. He's able to come down with it this time. Big time play, big time catch there. Trey Meekins the 3rd. I'd be that 2nd guy for this Texas A&M wide receiver group.
Absolutely, Meekins is definitely trying to, you know, rally the team behind him. He's doing everything that he can to get open. He dropped that pass the previous play, and then obviously made it up for it there, and is trying to keep that drive alive for that Texas A&M offense.
Drive alive. Terrell Allen trying to do what he can. Boise stands some pressure there, able to complete it as we get Jafari Davis with another catch.
Pretty risky play right there. I think they were kind of almost throwing that out of desperation, but it was a good job linking up with his target, making sure that they went forward for 6 yards.
As we close the 3rd quarter, Boise State's up 41-16 over Texas A&M. Don't miss the conclusion of this game. You're watching the CFSL on Pix One Sports on YouTube. And Ryan, as always, what do we do in the 4th quarter? Remind the people in here.
If you're watching the game, get your mom, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your neighbors, your dog, put the 4s up in chat. Let's get everybody throwing up the 4s. And if you haven't heard me call games before, if we get, I don't know, 26 4s in chat, I will give you a Rage Fact.
There you go. You guys heard it. Ryan himself, Mr. Said My Rage, give him back. Appreciate the support, guys. Let's just see Jafari Davis with another catch there. Nice complete. Jafari Davis really just balling out tonight against this Boise defense.
Yeah, Jafari Davis is by all means wide receiver #1 for this game so far. He's the only one that's kind of, burning these coverages against Boise State and trying to make something happen out of nothing. He's almost a bit of a magician tonight because he's the only one pretty much having a game.
Trying to do what he can to coast and carry this offense. 2nd and 3 here. Terrell Allen getting rid of it. Looking smooth so far this second half. Joe Steve with a 9-yard reception.
Good effort by Steve, making sure he ran his route to perfection. He was able to get open. Allen was able to complete a pass and then continue to march down to just about the 30, looks like.
Allen trying to spook the defense here. A couple audibles, maybe a hot route or two. Going to be a delayed halfback draw, and it's going nowhere from the start.
Good effort by Grigley, obviously, but Tyler O'Curran is right there, as you see. He just kind of had his number from the get-go, and it was just man on man right there. It just seems that the 12th man down there didn't have what it takes to continue.
He's trying to do what he can. He's played well tonight, all things considered, Ryan. But you're going to need a little more as you face this Boise defense. Going to go right back to him, the 12th man, getting back to the original line of scrimmage here.
Not sure if I would have agreed with a run right there on 2nd and 10. But, it is what it is. Texas A&M pretty much just grasping at straws right now, trying to get anything going as they desperately need to score this drive.
Big time 3rd down here for Texas A&M. They're going right back to the 12th man, and right back is Boise's defense bringing him down.
I wholeheartedly disagree with that 3 times run it. Grigley hasn't really done anything, especially this drive, to, put confidence in there to get 10 yards against such a nasty defensive line like that.
Tough play there. Aries Rodriguez with the stop. Texas A&M throwing the screen to the walk-on halfback. He's got some room to work, and he's fighting, and he's brought down. Shout out to Wesley Hayes, but just not enough there.
Absolutely. That was just a phenomenal play by that Boise State defense. He was able to shove some of the offense over. He kind of did that little juke move, said you're not going to hold me up, and, came up big when it was 4th and 13, was it?
4th and 13, that's right, Ryan. Big time play for Boise. Their defense kind of seems to be settling in here after that last drive. And speaking of settling in, Dave Williamson with a nice run there. Ryan Smith, shotgun formation. Once again, option run play seems to be working quite a lot. They don't call it often, but it's working. Going to the 45, brought down at the 44-yard line. Nice play once again by Ryan Smith on the option run.
I love this call. Like you said, they don't do it too often, but that was pretty much that QB read right there. He made the perfect read and was able to pick up a huge run game down there. Perfect call.
Good play, perfect call indeed, as they're on Texas A&M side of the field. Pistol formation for Ryan Smith. Let's see what they can do here. Going to be an option going to the middle of the field with the walk-on. Going to be Claude Rose with the 9-yard rush.
Good rush by Rose. That's obviously his first of the game. He's able to kind of ride that high from in between his offensive linemen and kind of ride that momentum forward and pick up a big game.
And Boise State changes up once again. They're going 5 wide here. Ryan Smith taking the option run. 2nd and 1 here. Throwing to the opposite side of the field. Finding the open man, Matthew McCray.
Who else, obviously, for Boise State, that McCray's just been electric. He's got 155 yards receiving. He's got that toe drag swag right there on the sideline, making sure he kind of anchors his feet and completes that pass for Ryan Smith. And, they're sitting pretty, obviously, as you see, they got 100% effectiveness so far in this game inside the red zone.
Ryan, great stat there. 1st and 10 for Ryan Smith. Thrown to the outside, completes it once again. Timothy Banger would have hoped to stay in balance and ran it up the field, but still a nice completion there. Yeah,
Banger says anything you can do, I can do better with McCray as he tries to do the same kind of end zone flare right there, only he came up 3 yards.
2nd and 7 here. 2 running backs one to each side. Throwing to the bottom of the field, finding the open man. Again, who else? Matthew McCray, Ryan. This man's just been eating up Texas A&M's defense.
Absolutely, and how about Ryan Smith? Obviously approaching 400 yards almost. I think he was at, 389 with his 4th touchdown passing. They're just playing absolute lights out. Aside from the 1 interception that he had thrown earlier, he's pretty much had a damn near perfect game. And this is, go ahead and have yourself a night as you usually do. And Boise's definitely going to probably turn some heads and try to argue for that 2nd spot, maybe even the 1st, depending on how bad they beat Texas A&M here.
And Boise State goes up 48-16 over Texas A&M. This big-time second quarter from Boise really propelled them, and they've just been coasting to victory so far. Texas A&M still has an opportunity here, Ryan, but they've got to play fast.
They got to play fast. They've got to play efficient, obviously. None of this 3 times in a row, so they're halfback. You know, we all understand how versatile Grigley can be and how well he's done in prior games, you know, how well they kind of lean on him, especially since he's the 12th man for this game. But, you know, it's going to take something just shy of a miracle to make such a monumental comeback with about 5 minutes left.
Absolutely, but let's see what they can do here. We've seen crazier things in the sports world. A quick update, LSU faces Florida, and they're going to go ahead and win here, Ryan. They win 34-19. Great game over there in Gainesville. We got some more exciting games going on in Twitch and YouTube after this, as we see Texas A&M looking to make some plays here, Ryan.
Yeah, we'll see what they can kind of come up with. Like you said, your backs are against the wall at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if you can kind of see, you know, some sort of trickery going down there. Maybe some of those kind of like man in motions, option plays or anything like that. You know, Allen's not necessarily the quickest guy on his feet, but it definitely takes more than a few defenders to try to bring him down. So maybe they try some trickery with some options down there, or, you know, go back to what they've been doing and trying to catch Jafari down there in the end zone with some 70-yard bombs.
Yeah, I was just going to say, maybe imitating Boise with Ryan Smith and the option play could look really good. Allen, as you and I have both said, not the most athletic, but difficult to take down. Grigley's played really well, but this is Boise State D-line has looked really great tonight as Boise's up 48-16. Let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, let's see what they can do here. You know, I think they're trying to think of something really hard. They might be trying to, you know, break the system as they kind of got almost a free timeout.
Yeah.
While we were trying to see some action continue here. So let's see if it pays off and they can get some 7.
Shout out to the A&M staff for that. Terrell Allen feeling the pressure, throwing a bomb, going to the 2-man to beat, but not able to come down with it this time. Demetrius Thomas, the man with the pick 6, is having nothing of it.
Having nothing of it, but you know what? I'm not even mad at it. We were just kind of talking about that, seeing we wanted Allen to kind of throw those, you know, 60-yard bombs, trying to get down the field fast and trying to catch Boise State off guard, but it looks like that just didn't work out for them in that favor.
Absolutely, Jafari Davis with that catch goes over 200 yards on the night. Absolutely fighting for this Texas A&M Aggies team.
Hey, with his 7th tackle of the game.
Absolutely, Terrell Allen shotgun formation here, throw in the middle of the field, batted down by Boise's defense. Looks like Weinrich once again. That safety from Boise has been impressing me tonight, Ryan.
Absolutely, it's definitely been the Weinrich show for that Boise State defense. That would have been pretty much game over, and, you know, no more morale for Texas A&M had he come up with a pick right there.
Absolute laser by Allen going to Trey Meekins, a third 8-yard reception, setting up a 3rd and 2.
I would like to see Meekins get open a little bit more, but obviously good assignments for this Boise State defense. They pretty much had him locked up all game as he just passed the 50-yard mark pretty much, well, you know, the whole game.
Allen's going to be under center here. It's been tough. Boise's defense pushes so hard with the bull rush. They're able to halfback give it to him. They give him the first down there. Grigley fought for that one, Ryan.
Hard fought indeed from Grigley. You know, good job falling forward for that momentum and able to kind of reset the chains. Texas A&M basically just clawing at anything and everything to try to get something to work and keep these drives alive.
Allen finding the open man. He's looking impressive so far on this drive as J.B. Bell gets an 11-yard reception. I believe it's second catch of the night there for Texas A&M.
Bell's been extremely quiet this night. Allen obviously hasn't been able to link up with him on drives like that, but so far so good. Like you said, Allen seems pretty poised in the pocket right there. He's kind of in command of his drive right there, trying to, you know, rally his team as we see the first fumble of the game.
Time fumble. You saw Coach, our AD Clutch, asking for one of those earlier in the game. He gets it, but it looks like going to see a booth review here, Ryan.
Yeah, asking you shall receive, Clutch. We're here for you.
Tough
looks
angle
like he's,
on that
I
one.
think he was probably down.
Yeah, it
There's
looks like
his
he's
knee,
down
yeah.
there for sure.
Yeah.
They're definitely
Contact probably with the elbow and the, yeah. His knee's down.
After reviewing play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
I like the call there. Definitely a tough one there. But Texas A&M, 2nd and 4 here. They're at the 34-yard line, Ryan. Under center once again, Terrell Allen. Trying to find something. Quick pass, slant route again to the man himself. Who else but Jafari Davis Jr.
Davis says, I'm not done yet. Obviously, he's averaging over, you know, a quarter of the field every time he touches the ball from Allen, and they're doing what they can to kind of score here. Like I said, you're kind of licking your wounds right now. Surprisingly, though, they have been able to pretty much keep toe-to-toe with Boise State, and they're, you know, just 2 first downs behind their average so far for the game.
Yeah, no, we saw a total yardage a couple plays before. It's very similar. Both teams playing well on offense. Just the turnovers for Texas A&M have been tough for them. As you see the nice completion there. Big time play, Texas A&M, and first and goal here.
Allen's doing a very good job moving the ball. Obviously, he also has over 400 yards. The biggest difference is just that he has 1 touchdown to 2 interceptions.
We see an interesting call here. Run play by Andrew Grigley, possibly trying to get Boise, going for the pass or something here. Ryan, get some positive yardage there.
Yeah, Grigley obviously came away with the touchdown earlier in the game. They probably were trying to dial up his number to see if he can get, snuck into the end zone again. We'll see if it pays off.
They do exactly that again, and Boise State's not having of it. Alexander Wilson and Mo Hart stopped that before it even went anywhere.
This just feels like deja vu. I bet you they run it to Grigley again for a 3rd time, but he doesn't appear to be out there. I think he's good.
The walk-ons on the field.
I think he's good.
They're trying to fight. They must have listened to us. But Terrell Allen's not getting anything there.
I told you it wasn't Grigley, but they decided to run it 3 times in a row like that to no avail.
Tough one there for Texas A&M. They've got to convert here. 4th and goal. They're down 4 possessions actually. Let's see what they can do. Man in motion. Going to be a 4th and goal under 3 minutes here. Screenplay on top of your screen. It's got some room to work, and he's not able to get it hit out of bounds by Demetrius Thomas.
Yeah, nothing doing there. Thomas obviously decided to say, okay, you guys are close enough. We're going to make sure that we stop it there. We let you get too close. But good effort by Texas A&M. I'm not really sure I would have ran it 3 times in a row and then tried to pass it on the 4th down. The screen almost worked in their favor, but Boise's going to take it here with the chance to probably run the clock out.
Absolutely. Sweet David Williamson giving them some room to breathe. They were back to the end zone there. Set up a 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line. Clock is ticking here, Ryan. We've had a great game so far. You see Ryan Smith and pistol once again. Be another run play. Option run this time. Texas A&M's not full whatsoever, and he loses 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, we'll see what they do here. I would have expected maybe a timeout from Texas A&M. I know you're down, 32 points. But you got that typical 2-minute drill. They're going to let the clock run down. Boise's done great on 3rd down. They're batting 5 for 9. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ryan Smith come up with a conversion here.
Big 3rd and 7 here. Smith going to be taking his time. 3 receivers out there. Tight end to his left. Halfback to his right. Let's see what they've got here, Ryan. 3rd and 7, about the 5-yard line. Texas A&M coming out in the nickel 3-3-5 here. Ryan Smith surveying the field. Seeing the coverage possibly here. Ryan taking his time, letting the clock run down. We're going to go ahead and snap it with 2 seconds here, Ryan. Going to be a halfback screen, top of your screen. Going to be brought down instantly. Texas A&M, we're not going to have it. Brandon Root has played super impressive tonight with the big tackle.
Absolutely. Texas A&M was not fooled by that. I think Boise's not mad. They have such a commanding lead. They're just trying to take some time off the clock. They were able to make the completion. Texas A&M didn't take their timeout, and they're going to give it back with about 40 seconds left for Texas A&M to try to scramble for some last-minute points.
Let's see what Texas A&M does here. As you and I were talking about, some interesting play calling on that last drive. 3 straight run plays. Boise State's D-line really has looked impressive, and it's not easy to run, as we saw in the first 2 games they played as well. But we're going to see the kickoff here, 4th and 7, the punt rather. Texas A&M going to have their best field position all night with this play here, Ryan.
Pretty much, as even though they get the best play position all night, Rodriguez is only held to 5 yards of the return right there. And Boise's not going to make this very easy for him.
No, they are not, and they've been like that all season. Again, Boise has played against Michigan, winning 40-34, and Florida 55-28. But this is going to be the first conference win, is what it looks like here, Ryan.
First conference win, and it looks like we talked about pregame. Obviously, the visiting team has come away with the win every time these teams have met, and it seems that that is the case here, as Boise will notch the win, pending anything super crazy.
Pending anything crazy, not so sure about that, Ryan, but we definitely have to throw it in there as we see John Rodriguez with the 25-yard catch. Nice little play there.
Yeah, it makes me kind of question where this Texas A&M offense was pretty much the last 3 quarters, as that was what you would have expected to see out of them, and they were like that the first 3 drives of the game, pretty much, going toe-to-toe with Boise, trying to stay in it pretty early.
Getting out of bounds, saving a timeout here. Terrell Allen bunch to the top of the screen here. Let's see what he's got. 1st and 10 here. Screenplay first to Grigley here. 1 man to beat. O-line makes a big block. Got 1 man to beat. Stiff arm. Big play by Andrew Grigley.
Huge play by Grigley. Way to not give it up. That's that morale boost, obviously, that momentum they're trying to carry into next week's game. They say, you know what, Boise, you might have, scored 32 on us, and we're trying to close that gap a little bit, but Grigley sits there and makes it happen for sure and gets a well-fought touchdown, and all of a sudden, Texas A&M scores in 17 seconds.
Big play there, Texas A&M. They're trying to fight. They're showing that they're not giving up at all as they score almost instantly, as you said. We're going to see an onside here, I assume, Ryan.
I would assume is that, you got 22 seconds. It only took you 17 to score. Assuming you score and you actually get the onside kick, throw a couple bombs from Allen, you guys would be right back there. But nothing doing there as Davis recovers that onside kick, and Boise should just kneel it to end the game.
As we look at the offensive production there, McCray, as you mentioned, I think even the second quarter, you said it responsible for a third of their total offense, Ryan. Boise coming out here, Ryan Smith, run play right up the middle here, and they're just going to milk the clock here, Ryan. David
Absolutely.
Williamson with a 6-yard rush.
That should do it there, and there it is. There's the whistle.
As Boise takes the win here, 48-23, second win in this rivalry, 2-1 against Texas A&M. Ryan, what are your final takes here?
Obviously, Texas A&M came out swinging. They were going toe-to-toe with Boise State, but Boise State pretty much had a perfect game plan, offensively and defensively. You see Ryan Smith there, the player of the game. He had himself almost a perfect game, only missing 4 of his passes. He just couldn't do any wrong right there. Texas A&M couldn't come up with a game plan to stop all those elite wide receivers, and it's a testament to Boise State. Obviously, that offensive caliber right there is none other. They're number 3 in the nation for a reason, and they just kind of wined and dined and out-drilled Texas A&M for a pretty solid win. I won't say easy, but it was pretty effortless.
Pretty effortless as well, as Boise State, the number 3 ranked team in the nation, gets their first conference win of the season, winning 48-22 over Texas A&M. Again, Ryan, I appreciate it. Thank you to our executive producer, Mike Peters, and my broadcast partner. We appreciate you guys being in here and showing out. On behalf of tonight's action and our broadcast crew, appreciate you guys being here. I am Zach Davis. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. We'll see you later tonight.